So I've come to Manchester after the terrorist attack last night, and I've started to scratch beneath the surface to find out what problems there are in this city. And I've ended up here, outside this mosque. There's a history of extremism with this mosque. Now, where I'm standing now, within a stone's throw, a 2-mile radius of where I'm standing now, there's been 16 men who have died or been imprisoned for fighting for ISIS. 16, just in a 2-mile radius of this part of the city, not the whole city, just this city. One city across the UK. When you start going into the history and the problems embedded in this area, we've seen a terrorist in 2003 called Burgos. Burgos stabbed a police officer, murdered a police officer in a counter-terrorism raid. I was in jail with him in 2012. He's in control of the prison. He's the main man. So all the people thinking there's a solution to send these men into prison, into normal prisons with car thieves or house burglars, they're running the joint. They're in there living a complete halal life, recruiting and radicalising more and more people. It's not solving our problem. We've seen Andy Burnham, who's the MP for this area. Andy Burnham is on record sitting with an extremist organisation called MEND. This organisation believe that Al-Qaeda are a myth. This is the MP. This is the mayor of Greater Manchester, who's organising a peace vigil today, works and cooperates with Islamic radicals. How can he be claiming he's going to solve the problem? The Justice Secretary for the Labour Party took £5,000. £5,000 off an Islamic radical group. They are in bed with them. Our politicians have sold us out. They're working hand in hand with radical extremists. And what you saw last night is the end outcome of that. Years and years and years of radicalisation extremism that our politicians have allowed to happen, that continues to happen. And the outcome now is our children are being killed. They're being killed. If they're not being raped and destroyed in Rochdale or Rotherham, they're being butchered and maimed in city centres, outside concert halls. That's the future for our generations. It's about time people woke up. When we hear all the time the politicians say, we're all in it together, we're all in it together. 66% of British Muslims said they would not report on another Muslim joining ISIS. Why is that? Because the Quran says that if they side with a non-Muslim, they will end up in hell. It comes back to the ideology again. It comes back to the ideology. You have over 100,000 British Muslims who have said that suicide bombing is justified. The actions you saw last night, we have 100,000 people who think it's justified. That's 100,000 people who need to leave our country. That's 100,000 people enemies. When you see these communities and you see these houses, you think this is a British community, or you might have British Muslims. They are enemy combatants in these houses. In these houses are enemy combatants who want to kill you, maim you and destroy you. They want to destroy our way of life. And that's it. And that is, and not at any point, again, I'm standing next to a Muslim now who's just stood and said how outraged he is by this same situation, how disgusted he is. So people are, but that is the problem is Islamic ideology, it's Islamic scripture. That is what, I've stood in the town centre today and I've listened to journalist after journalist after journalist. Not one of them has mentioned the word Islam. Not one of them. The justification and the reason that why this attack has happened, not one of them will even mention why it's happened. Not one of them said it, not one. The M word, not I word. That's it. No one dare say it. Now that's why we've come up here. I've come up here. People have lost their children. Okay? I haven't come up here. People say, oh, you enjoy it. You're there to push your agenda. My agenda is to stop what happened last night. My agenda is to stop the hate. I'm not enjoy this. People say, oh, you're getting your benefit out of it. What benefit do I get out of this? You see the terrorists who killed them people last night? They want to kill me. They want to kill my family. They want to kill my wife. I live with that. I don't enjoy it. I don't get anything out of it. But the reality is, if we want to stop what happened last night and we want to really get to grips with it, we've got to start identifying why it's happening. And it's happening because the Quran, in over 100 verses, incites murder and war against us. That's the reality. That's the truth. These are facts. Facts are not hate speech. You may not like the facts. Liberals may not like the facts. You want to blame Tommy Robinson. You want to take it out on us. Like it's my fault. Like I wrote the Quran. Like I incited all these Muslims to join ISIS. We need to wake up to the threat we face. What's happened in Manchester is going to happen again across our country because our politicians are willful, saying we're all holding hands and community cohesion and diversity. No, it's not. It's not working. It will not work.